Yo, is this the Prime Minister of Israel? We gotta take the nukes back. You ever try that before? I don't think anybody has.
We're God's chosen people, so that's why half of our religion is just tricking God.
The USS Liberty. We're going back into the classics vault for the original. This is Jerry Seinfeld's fantasy. Well, they have the Samson option.
Yeah. They have like these tanks that shoot like a fire hose of dookie water.
Here's the documents all of a sudden we got for you for no reason at all.
Lord Freud says, King of the Gripers, what are your commands, your lordship?
Destroy
Israel's really up against it right now with all this Hamas stuff.
Are they flying in on the lawnmowers again?
Israel's got it pretty bad right now.
Really?
I think they need our help.
Well, let's help out as much as we can.
Why don't they just use nukes?
Well, they have the Samson option.
What is that? That's when they threaten the entire world and we're supposed to believe that they're in control of the whole world?
Yeah.
Like some comic book supervillain, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
That's if they ever gets bad enough, they'll nuke the whole world.
That's what they say. They say this in public and you're like this hearing it. Wow.
It's like a fat kid who loses in basketball that he just like shoots the
He
basketball.
nukes the school.
Yeah. The Samson option is the nuclear strategy whereby Israel would launch a massive nuclear retaliatory strike if the state itself was being overrun.
Is the Samson option a euphemism for taking down the two temples of masonry or the two pillars or something like that? Or is it some sort of a weird thing? I'm real scared of this. I'm so scared I could cry. Nukes? Whoa, yo. A total apocalypse? Whoa, yo. I'll do anything you say. Just don't do that. Yeah, right. Please. Do it. Do it. Go ahead. Try to live in the mountains. You're still going to hell. What?
Okay.
I mean, I guess just what you said. It might deploy nuclear weapons, whatever those are. People's shadows might get burned. Oh, we're going to make shadows if we get with too much.
So are you saying that you think the JFK, because I don't know anything about it. So JFK files, do you think that like it's being tied to Israel? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, the breakdown of JFK, in which I'm lightly familiar with, is that he was looking to dismantle the intelligence agencies, the OSS, and which is, I guess, the Nazi organization. I guess you would call it that, or CIA, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it. But he was allegedly saying that he was going to dismantle those organizations. And then there was like the people are like this. Oh, the mafia killed JFK or something like. Oh, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Whatever the hell that conspiracy was, you know. I heard that from some people. Oh, the mafia killed him because Bobby was going after organized crime or something like that. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
First of all, there's no such thing as the Italian mafia. Anyone hear that before? I'm sure these things are kind of around now, so. Anyway.
Well, there's tons of movies.
There's tons of movies. You know what that means. But that was one.
Who runs the movies?
Yeah, who runs the movies? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. What am I gonna say? Let's go. Let's go! He also allegedly, from a print and a meme that I saw, or whatever the hell, that he was concerned, he was very adamant on preventing whatever you... He was, God, that's scary stuff. It reminds me of The Doors and Jim Morrison's dad. No, he was allegedly adamant on preventing the whatever the hell of Israel, having nuclear technology, whatever you want to call it. Allegedly. And now they say that. First it was the mafia. Nah, Bobby Kennedy was going after Italians. I had a good word for it, but Sicilians. And they blew his head off because he was cracking down on the mafia. First of all, there's no such thing as Italian mafia. It's all something else. But then he was like this, you can't get nukes. And then they all of a sudden 60,000 years later, here's the documents all of a sudden we got for you for no reason at all.
I was watching video gameplay footage today of like a crowd of people being by a big machine. And I was thinking, this is Jerry Seinfeld's fantasy. Just a big machine mowing down a crowd of innocent people. Oh, man.
What are those things called? Skunk cannons, where they shoot like poo water at them? High velocity poo water?
Is that a thing?
In Israel? You don't know? Yeah. They have like these tanks that shoot like a fire hose of dookie water.
No.
It's like next level. It's very Yiddish.
There was one thing that they did to get the Ethiopians out. They like poisoned their food. Did you ever see that?
How did they get Ethiopians in Israel? That's what I want to know.
It was one of their biggest blunders of all time. But to get them out, they like poisoned their food.
Oh my God.
But the cannons thing is like a whole nother, that can't be real. Is that, it has to be real.
It's like a skunk cannon. I think it's called a skunk cannon.
Oh, yo. Is there no depth to which they will not stoop?
The Israeli war crime iceberg.
Bro, it's so bad. Israeli skunk cannons refer to a crowd control tool used by the IDF which deploys a foul-smelling liquid known as skunk. This is like from a video game. I'm going to screenshot this because we need this in our video game. This is straight up evil.
I'm surprised I didn't hear about this on PGL. Are you sure I didn't hear about this on PGL?
I have never heard this. I've never heard of this before.
I'm surprised you never heard of this.
Developed by an Israeli company called Odor Tech.
That's awesome.
Don't run off and join the military if you get so disheartened with this country, the way things are going. Military doesn't care about you. The country doesn't care about you. The people running the country and the military don't care about you. If you join the military, you're essentially just signing away your life to become a tool for you know what. Those guys are cool, and I do like talking to them. They are funny. They probably have senses of humor that are up there with construction workers and cops, and I can understand why there's a sense of camaraderie and fraternity, etc. But I think it's a really bad idea, and you probably shouldn't do it. None of that is solved by getting in a APC and going and shooting a guy. That doesn't fit. The guys that need to be shot, they're not over there. They're over here. I understand how if you're working at D'Angelo's, all of a sudden someone handing you a gun and you're surrounded by cool guys with good sense of humor and they're the same race as you, how that could feel heartening or like you're a part of something important. But I don't think so. I think that's just the trick they use to get people like you killed since forever. The USS Liberty. We're going back into the classics vault for the original. What's the backstory here? It was a U.S. warship that they just launched some missiles at for fun.
It was off the coast of Egypt or Syria. They're doing proxy communication, and the idea is that they feared the U.S. picked something up, so they completely annihilated the ship. It was beyond the passing jet fire when they were going for airboat or the rescue boats. Damn. I think it's pretty cut and dry. What happened?
They were shooting up the rescue boats?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's heavy,
Somalian pirate style.
I didn't even know that.
We thought the attack was over again. No, the attack was not over. They sent troop-carrying helicopters to finish us off. Israeli Marines ready to board our ship. And all of a sudden, they just left.
Damn. I think I saw a tweet from some guy saying, why does it matter where the missiles came from? Yo.
You always hear the tagline, Israel was created to start
fulfill prophecy,
the war of all wars, right? You hear that on repeat.
Yeah.
So more or less,
it's so rough that this stuff is all common. It's just it scares me, man. Go ahead, sir.
No. My point is, do you think this release of the JFK thing is just pumping a little bit of that?
It's just
theory?
Nothing. It's just nothing.
Fair enough.
It doesn't mean anything, and people argue. There's a few things that matters: who's your kids all the time, how what inflation is, how much you have to pay for housing.
In other words, it's like a fluff story.
Yeah, it means nothing. If you want to talk about events and historical record and the script of world theater like that, I mean, so be it. But now what? Hey, you're like this. You're like, wait, you got a phone? You got a phone on you?
No.
I got a phone. Yo, is this the Prime Minister of Israel? Oh, you got anyone in the room with you? Okay, I'm alone. Listen, we got to take the nukes back. You ever try that before?
I don't think anybody has.
You ever try that?
Well, I've recently been saying, man, you guys been watching the news recently? Israel's up against it right now. They need our help, dude. Israel's our last shot. And if Israel goes, everything falls apart. We need to help them. Know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, same with Ukraine.
Ukraine, they need it. The Ukraine's building a ski mountain.
We gotta save Ukraine, bro.
They're a war-torn country.
They're at war right now.
They're at the war with what kind of snowboards and skis they're going to use. Did you see they're building a big ski mountain?
Are they?
Yeah, look up Ukraine
Good
ski
for them.
mountain. Right in the middle of a war, they're like, we need money so bad.
Whoa.
Right in the middle of someone's just going to go there and be like, all right, show me the war.
Yo.
It's beautiful, huh? It's like they're making Aspen.
Yo.
They're so f***ed up right now. They're like, yo, you know what we need? Luxury ski resort.
Oh my God, bro. What a nightmare.
I know, bro. The double Lamborghinis had like it was over for me at the double, and I had the flag outside my house and I loved it.
What's the double Lamborghinis?
There was a picture of like look up like Ukraine 2 Lamborghinis. It was so like blatant of like, I mean, it's easy to say like they're probably misspending the money. Zelensky has 2 Lambos in front of a private jet. It was like 2 Lamborghinis.
Zelensky did?
Yeah.
Yo.
If you know cars, and I'll say this openly, if you know cars, these 2 Lamborghinis wrapped in front of a jet is like, you money. like,
well, that's the way we have to fight terrorism is with Lamborghini ownership.
Right. And honestly, he'll feel better if he has the Bugatti Veyron or maybe his wife. Okay, here we go.
That's the picture.
That's the one I saw.
I think his wife or somebody spent like $1 million at the Hermes store.
There we go.
That type of shit. That's something that's been going on.
That's your mother kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I took your money. What are you going to do about it? But they're building a ski mountain. Daily Wire's going out of business. Did they pay Ben Shapiro too much money?
I'm sure. I mean, of course. The answer is of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand why you're not paying me $85 million a year.
Yeah.
He made so much money.
His net worth is 26,000.
Yeah. Try 26,000. Oh yeah, right.
I would like to know how much money Ben Shapiro has. That is an interesting statistic.
This is 50 million.
I don't think that can't be true.
No, he's got 100. If you asked him, he would tell you because the way he described it, he said as soon as he got out of law school, he was a millionaire. He said it in his I remember hearing like a story. It's like, and I started to make a lot of money right away. And my wife knew that I was going to make a lot of money because I was already making $1 million a year. And I was like, nice. There was something good about it. I was like, good for you, bro. Why don't you eat my dusk and stare at the back of my yarmulke? But no, Daily Wire going out of business.
Oh yeah.
What's
is that
going
true? I don't know.
I heard. I don't know.
Someone was suggesting that maybe they were getting the USAID money. But this is it's a massive, Daily Wire is a massive operation. It's like hundreds of millions of dollars. And I don't believe, where are they getting their money? That's the question. Because they don't have 100 times the amount of subscribers that we have.
Daily
so
Wire Plus?
Where's the money coming from? No, but they don't have an audience. They have an audience that's bigger than us, but they don't have 100 times bigger the audience than us. So they must be getting, they're also, they're propaganda for not necessarily the United States, but they're Israeli propaganda.
AIPAC?
They probably just get money from
AIPAC?
foreign shit.
They got to be getting a bunch from other places, and maybe that money is drying up. It might be that USAID thing that someone tweeted about that is.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Could be why.
How much money does is USAID straight from the government, right, to like Israel stuff?
USAID is what all these leftist podcasters, any big name leftist has been getting 100,000, $1 million a year from USAID to spread their propaganda. So it's possible Daily Wire is getting something like that that's drying up now.
Was Barack Obama's ex-wife getting it? Soon to be ex-wife. I'll get into that soon. She was getting $100,000 a month or something.
I don't know.
I heard she.
You mean Big Mike?
We've been friends for a long, long, long time. Not her.